Well, hello to you, our dear viewers of Capuchin. Welcome to the Family Faith Show, whereby we youth in various ways.
Let's talk the trends.
We present to you fresh conversations, engaging trivia discussions, showcasing singing, dancing, art from guests who keep it real. Buckle up because this season is about to be the one and only host, Susan Bulemi. The Family Faith Show every Wednesday from 2 on Capuchin TV. Very good afternoon to you, our dear viewer, wherever you're tuning in from, and welcome to the episode of the Family Faith Show with me, your. So on today's episode, you're going to a very crucial topic, which is break zones. This is something that most of us, and today I'm joined with wonderful guests who are on today's conversation. Viewer, if you would like to engage in today's discussion, you can always send us SMS number 21766 and always leave us a comment on our social message will be delivered. So without allow my guests introduce themselves, please.
James Madenge, a student and also a youth leader. I just completed my degree, sociology and geography, awaiting graduation. Partially a student and partially graduate. Yeah, so
okay.
It's me.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm Zomon University. I'm the president of Young Catholic Students and I'm Bishop, Commission for Youth Apostle, an educator from yeah.
Quite a lot. You're okay?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you so much for the invite. I'm a youth from I'm a graduate from Kenyatta University. Done Bachelor of Science in Biotech. Youth leader in my diocese.
Gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
And maybe conversation breaking out of, and maybe before we get into, you could, each of you, beginning with, describe to our viewer today what we mean by zones.
We start from the basic.
Yeah.
That time in life you feel like you're entitled, you are free.
Yeah.
Life it's a not moving backward. You are just call a comfort zone. I can say about that. Comfort zone and also comfort zone. What can we call it? Okay, we are not supposed to be in out of that comfort zone. Is that thing, even if it's very small.
Yeah.
Let something motivate you. That you can say you are trying to break the comfort zone.
Okay. Joshua, what's your definition of comfort zone? By breaking out of comfort zone.
zone, and with my understanding is that indoor space whereby you feel secure and you feel like you enjoy wherever you are. Nothing is. For example, most of when they finish their high school under care of their parents, their comfort zone, because foundation is free, even Wi-Fi is free. So you find that someone said that if you say yes to discomfort, you say yes to growth. So it means that when you are in that comfort, you are not growing, no development. So for you to grow and to develop, you must have goals, you must have ambitions, and you must now break that comfort. You must go for what scares you. You must come out and look for discomfort so that you can now achieve your ambitions, achieve your goals, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Jose?
Comfort zone is a situation in life, and also it is accompanied by the mind. Like somebody in life is just relaxed, is not even struggling for the best, is just there because everything is available. But when you're in that comfort zone, there's something that you have a certain stress that tells you, I want to come out of this. For example, if you see your friends like they're improving their lives, then there's something in your mind tells you, no, I should not be here. That's now you now find yourself, realize you're in a comfort zone. Now the minds will trigger you now to break from that. Breaking from that is that allowing your mind to change. There's something called neuroplasticity. Is that the change in your mind? You have to change your mind and move from that place where you have relaxed and do something that it is of great importance to your life. Yeah.
What I'm getting from the three of you is that being in a comfort zone is all about the mindset. If you change the mindset, then you can break out of comfort zones, right? Okay, and James mentioned something earlier, and Hosea, I'll direct that question to you first. He said that being in a comfort zone is not healthy, and maybe if you could maybe tell our viewers, what do you think are some of the causes that lead to people being too comfortable or taking life the easy way and not trying to push themselves to doing other things? Maybe what are the causes of being in a comfort zone?
One thing that can cause people to be in their comfort zone, if, for example, the resources are there. Like this person, when just asked for something from the parent, for example, students or the youth, they ask something from their parent, they just provide it directly. Somebody will sit down and relax and say, no, me, I have no issue, no need to struggle, because there's that. You know, in this life, there are two categories of people. There are these people that their parents have been able to bring their life up, but there are people who are struggling to bring their life. Those that their parents have brought their lives into a certain level, they're there to maintain that life. So they're in that comfort zone. Also, it's not necessarily about life. Like, for example, at work, you can be wanting to do something, but somebody is at that comfort zone. Why? Because they think, like, they say that there's no need to struggle. No need to struggle so that I can get it, because I have all the resources here. That is one of the causes that can make somebody to be at the comfort zone. Yeah.
Anything else Joshua would like to add to that?
Yeah, for me, and more so for the youth, I believe we have three things that will make us stay or hold on to our comfort zones. We have that fear of failure. I don't want to try that, it might fail. I don't want to try that because I feel the risk or the peril that comes with me trying new thing, new career, new everything. So they just relax because they just fear to fail. They don't try anything new. They don't go an extra mile. They just relax in their comfort. Second is fear of judgment. How will people see me? You find most of the people, and mostly the young people, they fear a lot about their reputation. How do they see me if I say this? If, for example, if they are in classes, some even fail to ask a question. Some even fail to see clarification where they have not understood why. How will people see me? Fear of judgment. And the last one is love of convenience. I just like being where I am. Wi-Fi is there. food is there, everything is there, is provided for me. So level of convenience that nothing is bothering me, I'm good where I am. So that's what makes most of the people, and especially youth, to stay in their comfort zones. Yeah.
And you've mentioned something about the fear of judgment. I feel like it's really something that really affects a lot of young people, right?
Sure.
Yeah. James, anything else you'd like to add to that?
Yes, there is one thing that is very prominent in most young people, something called purpose. What do you want to do in this life? The Japanese word for that is usually said by our chaplain. These fellas here might be familiar with it. There's a Japanese called ikigai, and a Japanese term called ikigai. Yeah, so when you wake up in the morning, what is that you want to attain in life? So if you have nothing that is driving you, then you just be, as they say, sailing with the waves, just waiting for life to take you where they want, where it feels like it's safe for you. Okay, if you find maybe something that is maybe pleasing to your eyes, you find maybe this is where life wants me to be, or if you find things that are just fixing themselves, maybe you feel like this is where I want to be, and there'll be no that motivation to go higher, to look for something extra, like to move out. Yeah.
Okay. And all of you have mentioned about the causes of people being in comfort zones, and you've talked about the lack of purpose, and they've also mentioned many more. Maybe what are some of the steps that people could take in order to start getting out of their comfort zones? What are the things they could do?
Okay, maybe one I can say is having purpose. That's the first thing. Whenever, if your mind or your heart tells you this is what you want to achieve, or this is what you want to attain, having that purpose, it will enable you to maybe create some goals. And then after creating those goals, what are some of the strategies that you are going to use? One thing you have to do, you have to overcome fear, as my friend has said. After you overcome that fear now, you'll be able to be more courageous. If it's maybe you want to speak in a group, and maybe you want to say maybe by the end of this year, I want to be a very good public speaker. And then you set that goal, and then the next step, after you overcome that fear, so you start speaking maybe in front of 2 people, 10 people, and then over by over, you're able to overcome it. Yeah.
Okay, Joshua?
Okay, we have several ways of getting out of our comfort zones. For example, we might decide to start new hobbies. If I'm used to swimming, I can try maybe football, volleyball, and you understand some people are eating their talent. So when you are trying new hobbies, or even you are nurturing your talent, it's building you up. It's adding value in your life. Also, you can also look at, you can even travel. When you travel, you change the way you think. You change the way you take things and the perspective of life. You even do things differently. For example, if you are raised up in Nairobi, you have everything at reach, you will never think of there is somebody in Turkana who is the order of the day that you have only 1 meal per day. So you find that they don't waste food there. So when you come here, you will not waste the resources you have available. You will use them sparingly. Also, you find that you can learn a new skill. With the technology now, you find that we have a lot of skills to learn. You can, every time you are free or anytime you feel that you are in your comfort, try and learn a new skill that will help you to come out of your comfort. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Jose?
To add on what my brothers have said, one, you have to identify your comfort zone. This is very crucial, is that once you identify that this is my comfort zone, in your place, umelaza damu excess. Angalia, so see, now I have identified this is my comfort zone. Then second, ask yourself why. Why am I in this comfort zone? What is this making me to be in this comfort zone? Then third, you can try now. Now see the strategy. strategy on which you'll do so that you can come out of that comfort zone. You can see, like, talking to people, like that can be strategy. Share your that's something that is making you to be in that comfort zone. You can also ask people who are specialized, like those people that are ahead of you, on the strategies on how to come out of that comfort zone. After that, the strategies that you have, try to implement them. Like you said, like you wake up in the morning, you open your phone, go on WhatsApp, TikTok, what. So try and put strategies on how to control that. Because once you wake up, no, it's not like when you wake up, you have to go on your phone. No, try other ways. You can pray, sing a bit, try, listen to music instead of just going to your phone. Those now you start to implement those strategies. Now, once you've started to implement them, start them and step by step. If you see you're failing, go back and see where you failed in implementing this strategy. Now, from there, you can now assess yourself. If you see, are you out of your comfort zone or not? Yeah, I think that when you do it time by time, you'll now see you're coming out of your comfort. Yeah.
And you've mentioned something about when people wake up, the first thing they do is get into their phones. I think a lot of people, we've been attacked, but we are learning. Okay, and speaking of breaking out of comfort zones, I feel like that is something that really affects or maybe impacts a lot of people, especially mentally. So how do you think when people learn on the things to do, or when they strategize on how to break out of their comfort zones, how do you think this impacts them, especially maybe mentally or even spiritually? How do you think it may impact them or change them?
People coming out of their comfort zone, how it impacts them either mentally. One thing, if you try to come out, it relieves you from stress. Because one thing of the causes of that you see, like you're in a comfort zone, seeing your friends, especially with the youth nowadays, unaona beshte yako ameomoka, then hiyo kitu inakupea pressure, sema hey, hii nimetulia tu, na my friend wangu ameendelea, ama ni this guy was tulikuwa naye shule hata alikuwa hivi, and now so that pressure. So if you try to come out of a comfort, something that will help you is to relieve you from that stress. So once you from that stress, your minds will relax. In terms of spirituality, like, cause mtu atasema still hata nikienda church nikiomba, nothing will happen. Somebody has been praying for more than 15 years and I still the same. But now if you come out of that comfort zone and say that no, it's not like this guy is not using the strategy how to pray, or now go to answer our prayers, how to pray so that God can answer our prayers. Now you put them, those strategies will enable you to come out of that comfort zone. So it relaxes, it relieves you from stress. That's what I can say.
Thank you so much for that. Joshua?
Yes, the most significant thing, the impact you get in life once you get out of comfort, you are assured of development and growth. So you find most of the time you had nothing, even in terms of skills and knowledge. But if I say I'm getting out to go and try to know how to do, let's say, for forensics and stuff, so you get out, go and have that skill. For example, you find that most of those students like James who have completed studies and don't have job now, you find that they are relaxed because the parents are giving them anything. But if you take a bold step, say, I'm getting out of my comfort, let me go and volunteer, you're going to get exposure there, you're going to get experience there, you're going to get skills. So you are assured of personal development and growth. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that, James.
Okay, now how it helps the growth. Right now, one thing I can say is about the brain is constantly growing or constantly active. Even when you are asleep or when you are working, the mind is always active. Now, when you get to your comfort zone, it's as if you are telling your mind, this thing is now good with me. You don't need to think a lot anymore, so you can just relax. So you find that with time, your mind will start depreciating. And now, being in that, overcoming that, now the comfort zone, is when now you think maybe you find your friend. Because mostly it is the comfort zone, I can say it's mostly influenced by friends or people who are close to you. For that, this guy, we were studying with him, or maybe we did the same course, but he's better than me. If you think about it positively, and then you start thinking maybe what are the things that he has done, even if you are not going to do exactly the same thing that he or she has done, you try to do things that relate to what they have done in order to get to where they are. It will help you a lot. And also, trying to break from your comfort zone, I would say there's something that most people forget a lot, especially the youth, sorry to say. The prayer life. It's very much related to this thing. It will always remind you, you need to involve God in most of the things that you do. And also, that.
One thing I can also add about the impact of coming out of your comfort zone is that it helps you to change your perception towards things. I touched about neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is a word that comes from the neuron, then you have plastic. Neuron is now the central nervous system, and the central nervous system has the brain. Now, plasticity from plastic is that once you hit plastic, you can mold it to different shapes. Once your brain now is able to be molded into different shapes, it means your perception towards things will be different. So coming out of that comfort zone helps you to have different perception. You can have some perception that are not good about something, but now once you come out of that comfort, you'll be able now to change your perception towards things.
Looking at things from different angles.
Exactly.
Okay, that is great to hear. And I feel like we can't proceed with this conversation without getting opinions from your personal experiences. And I'd like to begin with you. Is there maybe one time, or have you had a moment where you had to break out of a certain comfort zone? Maybe what was it, and what was the fear that you had of breaking out from it? And after you did it, how did you feel after breaking out from that particular comfort zone?
Thank you. There are many comfort zones that I've tried to come out of it, but now I'll share this one. While I was undergoing my studies, I was also a side hustler photographer. Even after studies, I've been doing photography. So there's a place in my university that at least people go there, relax, they take shoots, photos. Now, when at first I had a certain camera, the Canon, it was not such nice one. So I used to see people taking nice photos. Now when I pop out and see and compare with mine, they're not, well, they are dark. And when people don't like, they say, oh, your photos, wow, the quality is down. Now, from there now I said, what will I do? Now it came the year 2023. Now after I completed my studies, I say, now I'll have to look for another camera. Which one is better than the other one? So from that time, I acquired another one. Then I went to that place. So I used to see those photographers have been there for some time, and I'm new there. So I went there, I sat down, seeing them going for the clients, talking to them. They accept, they take them photos. Now me, I had that fear. Like, how will I approach these people? I'm new here. I've not been in this industry for some time. Now they have been here. They know the tricks how to survive here. Now, then I sat down and tell myself, no, Hosea, you have to wake up. Try. So one thing I did is that I approached one client and say, hi, hello, how are you? Then I introduced myself. Hi, how are you? My name is Hosea. I can take you beautiful photos. You can have a look. The lady said, wow, they look nice. We can try. Then I went there. I took her photos. She paid me. I felt very nice. It really motivated me. Now, the next day, I tried again. I did that until I came sometimes. To myself, I see my photos, they're not nice. But to people, they say, Jose, your photos are good. If now you hear somebody's calling you, Jose, where are you? Where you come for a shoot? I have a birthday. Come, take me some photos. Yeah, your photos were nice that day. So that things keeps me going. So I think from that time when I said now I'll now also start approaching the clients, talking to them, even if others will not accept, because sometimes you approach them, others they don't want. Some others will just say hi, or they don't answer back. You wonder why? We are human beings. Why don't say hi to ni salamu tu, hatuna mambo mengi. So like that. So that really I came out of that comfort of just kukaa kuangalia tu wase wanafuata clients, wanapata wanalipwa, mtu anatoka huko na dhao. Hiyo siku mimi naenda huko hata wakati mwingine unatoka zero. Unaona juu ya uoga. That fear like huyu client atakata hizi photos zangu. Now from there what it helped me is that coming out, it gave me confidence. Yeah, it gave me confidence. Even if now today the president calls me to go and take a photo shoot at his place, I will go. I will not fear anymore. Yeah.
Hey, our dear viewer, like you've heard from Hosea, when you step out of your comfort zone, you'll definitely get rewarded. Telling from his personal experiences, he also got a reward for being confident and breaking out of his comfort zone. Joshua, your personal experience.
Personal experience,
Yeah.
I never got out willingly. It was forced for me to get out. I remember after Form 4, I think I was very overwhelmed with the environment there. So food was there, as I said, Wi-Fi is there, and everything is there. So I find that all the day long I'm on the screen. If not my phone, I'm just watching movies, relaxing, just waiting for lunch, just waiting for supper and breakfast. Again, at time you find even I'm consuming my breakfast at 11 or 12. Then I remember my mom came and told me, hey, come on Joshua, even birds get out of their nests, you need to get out. Before I could think what to do, already the router was taken away, no Wi-Fi, nothing. So the comfort was from the Wi-Fi, the screen and everything. So I was forced now to move out. I remember I had a friend called Dan Lucky. So we started arguing, what now can we do to occupy ourselves, to be busy somewhere. We started selling tea leaves. We came to pick them from Nyamakima. We go to sell in those chamas, our mama. Very early in the morning, I'm there, I explain to those mamas. They get the tea leaves. I go by 12, I'm at home, having worked a lot. I even got the opportunity in the evening because the Wi-Fi is not there. And before the job got the momentum, now I could receive the profits. You find that the coins I had I could not afford a bundles or data bundles to keep me for long. So in the evening, we go to church. We train those PMC kids. That's when I discovered I can script the plays and concerts. We started acting. When I finished, they called me. I usually now judge those plays and whatever. So it helped me from.
Great. And actually what we are learning is that sometimes breaking out of your comfort zone, you need a little push because
mine was forced. I never wanted it. Was not voluntary. I was forced to come out of it.
Yeah, but at least at the end of the day it was positive.
Yeah, it was positive. Yes, positive impact in me.
Okay. James?
Wow. Also, I can also say the same. Because sometimes, though you might not be forced by maybe another person or so, but sometimes circumstances, they have to really kick you out of that comfort zone. Yeah, my case also the same. That was back in high school. I used not to like books. Of course, I'm very sure many youths don't like books. And even one Englishman said, if you want to hide something from the Africans, just put it on paper. You'll give it to them, but you'll have hidden it from them. But then I always knew that after leaving Form 4, you have your certificate. And most of the jobs I saw, so they just want just a Form 4 certificate. And also, so the Kenya Defense Forces, their recruitments, they just require a D or a D plus or a D minus. And I was like, what was the purpose of working so hard in order to just go there and suffer and end up in having no job? But then it went on that up until fourth year. No, sorry, Form 4. And I completed my Form 4. Okay. Luckily or unluckily, I scored my C plane, and I was like, in fact, I'm above above average. I'm above target. So regardless, life continues, and yeah. But then there used to be very many people motivating me, from my high school teachers, my principal, my parents, because and also now my biggest problem was my sister was very good in class, in books, and she went to a good high school, and I got a good grade to go to university, and everyone knew that if the firstborn goes this direction, the secondborn should also follow, and so should the others do. But then I was like, okay, that's her life. She's a lady, she needs to work hard. I'm a man. I don't need to to work smart. Okay, she has to work smart, but I have to work hard. So then later on, someone just told me, by the way, if you are given a chance to go back to Form 4 and maybe try to improve your grade, would you mind? I said, okay, maybe I can give it a try. And I thought that things would change, but then the first term, second term, and then COVID-19 got in, and then I was like, I knew there was nothing, there was nothing like going far. I went back, did some work here and there, and I even built a house there at home, and I was ready now to start my other life. And then all of a sudden, COVID went away, and upende usipende, shule lazima, fees imelipa, haiwezi potelea, na mtihani usha book, there's no going back. And then I was okay, let me go back and then see what life has. But then as I was going back, I was like, these people who are telling me to maybe improve my grades, maybe there's something they're seeing that I'm not seeing. I was like, okay, let me try. I try my best, and then if all goes well and good. If it doesn't go well, then I have myself to prove right. To prove right, and that was it. I did well, and that's how I joined Campus. And Campus came, brought all the good things from mentorship, leadership, and everything. So that one was not forced by anybody, just circumstances. Because I looked back and I saw, okay, if I do not go to university, and then maybe I do not land in a good job, then I'll have myself to blame. Yeah. So that was it. It was very smooth, but yet a very encouraging one. Yeah.
It is very great to hear your story, because we can see you had a lot of barriers on the way, but you still didn't give up. So it's actually a great story and great experiences from the three of you. And I believe this conversation, we can't end it without having the aspect of social media. Maybe how do you think social media today, or generally the technology, how do you think it enables people, especially the young people, to break out of their comfort zones? Jose, you can go first.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. With the new technology, we can't say that technology is bad, but it can help you how to come from your comfort zone. One. Sometimes it's very difficult to access these people, that you can trust these people and say that this person is knowledgeable enough to explain to me on how to come out of this comfort zone. What you can do, if you have your phone, you can go online, either YouTube, you can search how to come out of my comfort zone. There you are just free to ask, or you go to Google, Google, and it will give you the information, the steps, and you can even save it and try to do what, to follow the steps and see yourself if you'll come out of your comfort zone. Also, there are these people, they are motivation speakers that they post on their YouTube. You can follow them. Sometimes if you are too much into your comfort, you can still contact them. You can send them a message in the inboxes. They will be able to help you. You can book session with them. Also, through that technology, you can be able now to look for those people who can offer that. If like, for example, they require payments, but you can try and look for them. Google find them, talk to them, book appointment with them. Yeah. Also that technology, you can share. You can have you can organize for a meeting online with your friends and talk to them, the friends that you are comfortable with, to share how comfort like in that, if you're able to share your comfort zone, you can share with them and get from them there's that advice. Because if you want to get out of your comfort, first thing you have to listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. If you, to some extent, listen to others. That means talking to those others. They can help you through using the social media, that is like WhatsApp, the Google Meet. Have that conversation with them. It can help you to come out of that comfort zone. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Joshua?
Social media can help and has helped a lot. Yeah. First on how to come up with a strategy on how I can come out of my comfort zone. In this life, we say life is all about motivation. Life is all about encouragement. So we need support system. You are there at home, you don't know someone to talk to, someone who can give you an advice on how to come out of your comfort zone. We have social media there. We have a lot of motivational speakers there. You can access them. You can get 1 or 2 points from them. And then from there, you behave now. You have a strategy on how to come out of that comfort zone. Many of the people stay in comfort zone because of the fear of unknown. I say I have finished school now. I don't have fear to go and ask for jobs somewhere. I don't have resources to maneuver through. So you find most of the people say, just because I don't have resources, I cannot do anything. You find that most of the courses, most of the short courses and skills we need as youth mostly, you can access them online, you can access them online, YouTube and everywhere. Like if you want to learn a skill of drop shipping, you don't need to go to class. Yeah. You have to just engage your phone and then you get all the content, knowledge and skills you need from there. Yeah. And many other skills you need, like computer skills, you get them from the phone. So you don't need to go and book for the exam, look for institution to sit there, and then you get those skills. Mm-hmm. Also, you find that like those who have completed their schools, it's not necessarily you go in person physically to present your papers or to do everything. Mm-hmm. You can just do it online. Yeah. You look for jobs, the jobs that suits your qualifications at where you are without necessarily moving. So you just you are there, search for jobs wherever, in whichever location you want. You search for jobs right with your phone. Yeah, you get out of that through the media without necessarily moving, physical movement.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And you've mentioned something about people learning skills online, and I think it's very important because nowadays you find people even a person is doing a certain job and maybe they didn't go to school for it, but they just learned a few skills online and now they are doing well, and that is also breaking out of our comfort zone, right? Sure. James?
Thank you very much. So social media and comfort zone. We should also maybe appreciate the fact that social media can also be the comfort zone that we are talking about. And now as we talk of social media, one thing is that you have to, as they say, kujituma in the social media. Because if you just go there, you say, okay, I'm in Twitter, I'm in TikTok, or I'm watching a TV. A TV channel, it might not help so much. So one thing is that you have to see this comfort zone. What do I need maybe to avoid in this comfort zone? And then you go now to the social media. You can start by now asking, maybe we go to YouTube, which is one of the best educators you can have around. Maybe you can go to TikTok or whatever. And then you start searching for maybe you can start by some skills. Because in everything you do, you just have to do some skills. If it's maybe a job that you wish to have maybe a job in this field, but you don't have the resources to maybe acquire it through formal learning. You can do it in YouTube or also in the other platforms. And also the other thing, you also have to make sure that you regulate it. Because also too much of something becomes poison. And once you over-rely so much on YouTube, you say that I'm going to do a lot of YouTube this year, and still you're not doing other things that supplement the YouTube. You are just in your comfort zone for that matter. Yeah.
People shouldn't be too dependent also on.
Yeah, don't be too dependent on it. Else it will become a poison.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And maybe if we could read some of the feedback that we are getting before we conclude. We have Joy Friedan Jerry, who says past negative experiences could also be the cause of being in a comfort zone. And we also have Jael Diana, who says force works wonders, and also life experiences will push you to get out of the comfort zone. Nice discussion we are having here. And we also have someone else who says Hosea is actually my photographer. So clearly you got out of your comfort zone. And we have Mora Vero, who says she's following. Thank you so much, Mora. We also have Pastor Henry Ayora from Bokita, who says we should mark him present in today's conversation. And finally, Naomi kutoka Nairobi anasema kuwa tuwe na siku njema na ana-enjoy discussion ya leo. So thank you so much, our dear viewers, for participating and also giving us an insight that you have on today's conversation. And now, as we conclude, I would like to get your parting shots before we conclude today's episode. Maybe you can, if you have any final word for a young person or anyone who is watching and they still have that fear of breaking out of their comfort zone, any word you have to say to them, and just your final words on today's conversation. James, you can go first.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, what I would like to say to the young people out here, as my brothers, my sisters, my cousins. So one thing I'd like to say to you that comfort zone, as I started, it's not healthy. And one thing we might be viewing a comfort zone as that act of just staying, like just enjoying the comfort, just having control. But we might be chasing a bigger dream. But along the way, we try to we settle for less. But like the famous PLO Lumumba said that I can't remember clearly, but he said that you were chasing for a deer, and then find something, a squirrel on the way. You decide to follow the squirrel, then you are losing the track. So what do you call it? Comfort zone. The comfort zone can also be you are deviating from maybe your main goal. So one thing is keeping focus. Keep focus on what you want to achieve. The other thing that you also have to embrace is that you should always, like my chaplain always reminds me, prayers. Yeah, you should always pray for God's guidance. You should always pray for graces so that the Lord may help you keep to your tracks, and also to help you to understand what exactly you want, or what not exactly what you want, but exactly what you need. And with that, you'll be able to move from your comfort zone, and this life will be great. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joshua.
Mine is a challenge to our viewers today. I challenge you this week, we do something that scares us. And of course not a lion. But we go for, like, for example, the students, try to ask a question, try to seek a clarification. Come out of that fear of judgment. Be yourself. By the end of the day, you will realize no one was even bothered by what you are doing, what you are saying. Seek that clarification and grow. For other people, like those who have graduated and they are waiting for jobs, try to volunteer and start a project if possible. Also, many of the time, we are not in good terms and we fear to apologize. Please, if you have a grudge with somebody, try and go and apologize. Last but not the least, for those who are applying for jobs, kindly apply for that one you have a doubt for, and you will make it. Come out of your comfort zone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joshua. Hosea.
What I can say to our youth, I'll use this story. A mom had a child, and the child went out to play and came back with a butterfly in his hands. Then he said, "Mama, I have this butterfly. What can I do with it?" Then the mother said, "You have the butterfly. If you squeeze your hand, you'll kill the butterfly. If you open your hand, the butterfly will go, you'll not have it." What can I say to the youth? We hold our life in our hands. If you squeeze our life, we'll kill our life. If we let it go, our life will go and we'll have no future. So it's upon us, the youth, to see how will we improve our life day to day. I know nowadays shida ya youth ni pesa, money. Everyone mpita jamaa akili ni pesa tu. But now let's see apart from money, what can we do so that we can improve our life? That's something small that you can be able to do. Do it with all your heart. Yeah, all your energy. Yeah, I think that thing will keep you going. So just know we have maisha yetu tuko nayo kwa mikono yetu. Ikiwa tutayafinya sana, tutayaribu. Na tukiachilia, maisha yetu yataenda. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. All of you have given us quite important and impactful messages. And also thank you for being here on today's set. And I believe our dear viewers have learned a lot from your experiences and from whatever you've had to say on today's discussion. And to you, our dear viewer, that brings us to an end on today's discussion. And maybe just a few pointers that I could leave you with here today is, for you to break out of your comfort zone, you first of all have to be confident. Secondly, you have to be focused and avoid being diverted from your main goal, from your main agenda. And also, most importantly, take the small steps. No matter how small they are, just go for it and then wait for the results. And finally, do not forget about prayer, because at the end of it all, God comes first, and as we are told, prayer is very important. And that is all from us here at the Formni Face Show here on Capuchin TV. I have been your host, Susan Bulemi. Until next week, stay blessed. Well, hello to you, our dear viewers of Capuchin TV, and welcome to the Formni Face Show, whereby we get to interact with the youth in various ways.
Let's stop judging people according to their trends.
We present to you fresh perspectives, exciting conversations, engaging debates, Bible trivia discussions, showcasing of talents such as singing, dancing, art, and so much more from guests who keep it real and authentic.
Sasa wewe, nitajuaje hautanihurt? It's true that human nature covers us.
So buckle up, because this season is about to be epic with me, your one and only host, Susan Bulemi. Keep it locked right here on the Formni Face Show every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. only on Capuchin TV.